Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie. I am the Introverted Reader, and if you are new to my channel and you've never seen me before, it's nice to see you. Feel free to subscribe. There's a subscribe button right down there. Feel free to subscribe. And today is the 28th of February, so I'm going to be doing my wrap up for the month of February today. I just realized I forgot to bring my Kindle over, but because I read a book and a half on my Kindle and I forgot to bring it over. But yesterday was my birthday. Thank you all for the birthday messages. Here's to you. Let's hydrate and talk about some books. So the first book that I read was Me, My Dad and the End of the Rainbow by Benjamin Dean. This was the Introverted Reader Book Club pick for the month of February. I have a full review of this on my channel, so if you want my full thoughts, feelings and opinions on this book, feel free to go and watch that video. In short, I really love this book. I thought it was really sweet, really wholesome, because it's about a 12-year-old boy whose parents are separated. And one night he overhears them arguing, and he knows that something happened between them, but they haven't told him. And he finds out that his dad is actually gay, and that was why they separated, and everything goes from there. So obviously, you want to know everything else, go watch my review. I will leave it linked down below as always, but I gave this, did I give this 5 stars? Or like 4.5? I think I gave it, but it's been a while. She's old now and she forgets. But I love this book, and yeah, go watch my review for it. And the next book that I read was Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. This is the final book within the Grishaverse that I had to read, so now I'm all caught up and I am very proud of myself. That was quite the accomplishment. I'm very happy. And again, I actually have a video on my channel where I sort of like reviewed and ranked all the books within the Grishaverse that I read. Like I talked about them all and then I ranked them all. So I'll leave that video linked down below as well. I'm very happy with the way that video turned out. I hadn't planned on making a video on my reread of the Grishaverse, but then whenever I was done, I was just like, you know what, I want to talk about my feelings about this series as a whole. So yes, this one, but this one individually, I enjoyed. There were a few little things that I wasn't too happy with, certain things done with certain characters, but all in all, I did really enjoy myself reading this, but I go more in depth in the video that I made a couple weeks ago, so I'll leave that video linked down below as well of my review for this. So videos on both of these books will be linked down below if you want to go and watch those. Now the next book that I read was Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. This is the second book in the Percy Jackson the Olympian series. I am reading this for the Olympian Along hosted by Pris Peruzes, basically reading a Percy Jackson book every month, and then Pris does a live show for it on her channel. Not sure, I think the live show for this one is going to be happening soon. Not sure the exact date, but I know it's happening soon. Anyway, I really enjoyed my time reading this. It's really fun going back into this world again and getting to know Percy all over again. Although I will say, this one I did really enjoy, but there's a certain slur used in this book. I don't know if anybody is fully aware of it, but a bully calls not Percy, but another character the R word. And I genuinely don't remember like much of my first time reading this series. I don't ever recall seeing that word being used for the first time. Like this book came out in first 2006. And I understand, you know, a lot of books that we read back then, we look back on now and we're all like, wow, that's a bit problematic, but I don't remember about this. It is only used once, but still, I'm like, was there a need? Probably not. No, actually, there's no probably about it. There's never a need. It's used against another character who we get introduced to in this book. And throughout my reading experience of this, if you know if you've read this and you know who the character is, then you know, but I'm not going to say because of spoilers, but different characters introduced into this book, and this per character is just like the bullying that this character gets time and time again, simply just for existing, really, really hurt my heart. Like, obviously, if you're familiar with the Riordanverse as a whole, then, and you know who I'm talking about, this person does evolve as the series goes along, and they do become a very beloved part of the family as a whole. But like, still, I felt so bad for him. It's a male, by the way. Like, I felt so bad for him, and like, my heart was breaking for him because he's such a sweetheart. And yeah, and the use of that word was not needed. So this is an old copy that I got years ago, but if Percy Jackson's ever like revamped again or brought out again with new covers or anything, I do hope that word is edited out. Or does anybody own a newer copy of this where it's not in there? Let me know. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I'm super excited to carry on with the series, and I gave this 4 stars. 4 stars for that. And then the last book, well, the last like physical book that I read, I knew once this book came into my possession that my TBR for February was just gonna be thrown away, and Chain of Thorns. Like, the way I squealed when I got the email from Book Depository being like, your pre-order of Chain of Thorns is on the way, I was so happy. The weight, like the agonizing weight, like, oh my goodness. That like, and like, this is the collector's first edition, obviously, and we've got these gorgeous end pages. The UK editions have this on the end pages, but I believe the American cover with the dust jacket has that picture on the underside of the dust jacket. But yeah, this is the 3rd and final book in the Last Hour series by Cassandra Clare. And I can't tell you anything about it because it would spoil everything. But yeah, see anybody that tells you that you could read Infernal Devices, or that you don't have to read Infernal Devices before you read this, that's a whole lot of, that's boo hockey. That is boo hockey. Don't listen to them. Read the Infernal Devices first and then read this. Okay, you will get more context. You will get more understanding of these characters and who they are, what they're doing, where they're going, where they've been, and all that. Okay, so, but like, this is a 5-star series for me. I don't care what I don't care what anybody says. Although there was a lot of the miscommunication trope used in this, and it got to a point where I genuinely wanted to throw this damn book across the room, because it was just like, if you just talk to each other, we wouldn't be here right now. Like, it made me angry, it made me sad, it made me happy. The emotional whiplash I went through reading this. And a lot of people have said, like, this doesn't feel like a final book. Like, I think it's the final book where we're following these characters, but, which is really sad, but it's not the last Shadowhunter book. I don't even want to think about that day when it comes, because this series has been in my life since I was 17 years old, and Shadowhunter Chronicles is just like a warm blanket after a long cold day and a big hug. You know what I mean? Like, Chain of Thorns, 5 stars. I don't care what anybody says. 5 stars. It was beautiful. But anyway, those are all the books that I read in the month of... No, wait, these aren't all the books. I forgot to talk about one because, okay, my Kindle's over there. I can't be annoyed getting it, but I read the 3rd book in the Bloodgrace series by Vela Roth. I've been calling her Vela, and it's pronounced Vela. I'm actually the worst. Anyway, I've been singing this series praises for a while, and I finished book 3, and I was like, alright, whatever. I think maybe that's more like, I think I give it 4 stars on Goodreads, but it's more like a 3.5. And then because book 3 and book 4 are like 2 parts split, so like, it used to be all one book, and then she split into 2 parts. Read book 3. It was alright. I was entertained, I was having fun, and I still wanted to carry on and read book 4. I got 70% into book 4, and I can't even describe how I was feeling. I was bored, I was confused, and I found myself just not caring anymore. And I just, like, I just didn't care anymore. Like, okay. And like, because these 2 books are set within the kingdom. Okay, so basically this is a fantasy romance series about a vampire and a human. And for these 2, we're in the kingdom where the vampires live, right? She laid it on so thick about how magical and perfect this place is, about how magical and perfect and wonderful all the vampires are, or Hesperines as they're called. And they all talk to each other like, oh my goodness, I love you so much. No, I love you so much. No, I love you so much. I'm so grateful. Like, no, I'm so grateful that you're here. You're grateful. I'm grateful that you're here. Like, laying all that on a bit too thick. And there was this like political subplot happening in there as well, which I could not have given one single ounce of a rat's ass about. I genuinely did not care. I was sitting reading it yesterday and it was really bringing me down. And I was like, I don't need this energy on my birthday. I don't. Not in Pisces season, absolutely not. So I DNF book 4 and I don't think I'm going to be carrying on with this series, and I feel really sad about it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So anyway, these are all the physical books I read, minus the 2 Kindle ones. Whether or not I go back to Blood Grace or not, I don't know. If you've read past book 4 in that series, does it get any better? Just be honest with me, or just message me on Twitter and give me spoilers. I don't care. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're good and happy. Thank you for all of the birthday wishes you gave me yesterday. I hope you all have a great week. And Marvelathon starts tomorrow officially, and I'm very excited. My TBR is the last video that I did, so it's on my channel. So anyway, hope you're all good. My Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok will be linked down below. And also, yes, subscribe if you haven't already. I make videos every Tuesday and every other Saturday. So I'll see you next week. Okay? Bye.